and now is the time to start spring maintenance.
Pauline Lee joins us live in Appleton, in Ashwaubenon with some tips. Hi, Pauline.
Hey, good morning, Pete and Rachel. Good morning, everyone. Well, yes, now is the time to start thinking about spring, but you still have to keep some reminders of winter around. Dale with Ace Hardware is here with me. This looks familiar. We've already talked about this. What is this?
Roof rake. We've run out of the rakes that we sell, so all we have left is this rental rake that we make available to our customers. There's still some roofs that have snow on them, and wouldn't hurt to get that off of the roof.
Why is that?
Well, if the snow melts, at least ice dams in the gutters, and if you have ice dams in the gutters, you won't get the drainage off the roof, and the water could back up underneath the shingles.
So now, we don't have any ice dams here to show you, but we do have video of ice dams on homes. What would be your suggestion to deal with ice dams? Is there anything you can do?
There's not a lot. A homeowner I would recommend getting up on the roof could be very dangerous. The ice dams are usually at the eave troughs where it's very difficult to get a ladder up there and clean those out. There's not much you can do. If it's really bad, you have water coming in your house, you might want to contact a contractor who's more equipped to do something like that. But right now, hope for more warmer weather to get those things melted.
And we've talked all this winter as well. Salt pucks, would they be beneficial though?
If you can still get the hockey puck style of salt tablets to get up on the roof, that would be very beneficial if you can get them up to where the ice is formed.
Mm-hmm. What about taking, a hatchet or, anything like that? Would that be? I
wouldn't recommend that. That could lead to a very dangerous situation.
Now, I want to talk about these as well, downspouts.
Downspouts. I had a request over the weekend, the downspout being froze up. What can I do? There's not a lot of things you can do. However, with the warmer temperatures now, perhaps running a hose from your utility sinks with warm water, hot water, and putting it on the outside of the spout to loosen up the ice in there and get that to come out.
We've also talked about, too, heat guns. Would they work?
Heat guns might work, but I wouldn't suggest that because you're standing outside with electrical appliance where the ground is wet. You're dealing with something that will be melting water, could lead to a dangerous situation.
And this can melt too as well.
If you're using this is a vinyl downspout, it could melt, and if it's aluminum, you could damage the paint on there.
So now, since it's so warm out, we're seeing snow melt. Leads to something like this. This is actually, there's water and then there's ice on there. So salt, let's talk about salt.
Yeah, it's very easy at this time of the year to think about the melting weather and not worrying about ice any longer, but at night like this where the temperatures dropped, you see a fine film of ice here. And with the heaving of the frost, that could lead to areas where there normally isn't water standing, but this year there is. So be aware of that and have some salt handy. And as the temperature may drop later this week, be prepared to put some salt on the wet spots so that there's no safety issue in the morning.
Now, you guys already saw, but we have two different kinds of salt. Is there a difference between the two? What is the difference?
One is rock salt, the other is a salt that's ice melter. It's safer for the vegetation and for sidewalks and concrete.
Mm-hmm. And really quickly here, how busy have you been? How many people, how much salt do you have left? You already talked about only one roof raker.
Right. The salt supply has gone down. There are people coming in now with the situation we talked about, the melting and refreezing of the ice. Mm-hmm. So we do have salt left. We're not sure how long it's going to last, but we do have salt here.
Good tips. We'll have more coming up.
All right. Thanks, Pauline.